Hello friends, I'm Rajesh from tcyonline.com. Today we are going to discuss a very important type of text completion questions on the GRE. That is, we'll be discussing a trap called double negatives. This trap is quite common on the GRE and ETS is notorious for using this trap in several questions. So if you are familiar with this trap and know how to handle this trap, I can bet that you will quite easily navigate through this section without much pitfalls. Okay? Now, how does it work? Simple rules of mathematics. All of you know that basic rules or fundamentals of maths, that two negatives make a positive and a negative makes a negative, two positives make a positive. Okay? Now try to understand. If I have two negatives, let us say in language, in English, let us say when I say he is not bad, what's the outcome? The more or less the essence is like he is good. Not bad is equal to good. Two negatives equals to positive. Now when I say he is not bad means he is good, he is not good means he is bad. Okay, the same logic, we will apply the same logic in most of the text completion questions on the GRE. Okay, now let's try a question and see how it works. Check out this one. This is an official GRE text completion question. Most spacecraft are still at little risk of collision with space debris during their operational lifetime. So most spacecrafts are still at little risk. Focus on this. Little risk. When I say little risk, that means no risk at all. So most spacecrafts are still at no risk of collision. Okay, don't get confused with a little risk. When I say a little risk means there's some risk, but when I say there's little risk means there's no risk at all. Okay, so spacecrafts are not threatened. They do not have any risk during their operational lifetime. So the environment for the spacecraft during their operational lifetime is more or less, I can say, is harmless. Okay, or it's safe maybe. Okay, now see, observe this. But is a contrast signal. It indicates a shift. Now when I say the spacecrafts are at little risk or no risk, and then I talk about a shift, what do you anticipate? I probably anticipate that earlier there was no risk, probably now some new risk or threat could just surface. Correct? So immediately after but, I start thinking that way, that okay, there was no risk, now there's going to be some risk. Let's see. But given the number of new satellites launched every year, the orbital environment in the future is likely to be less. Okay, so we are launching more and more satellites every year. So the orbital environment in the future for these satellites is going to be less blank. Less blank. Less is negative. I know the orbital environment is going to be kind of unsafe. Yes, it's going to be unsafe because more and more satellites are being launched. So the risk of collision is increasing. The environment is becoming harmful, unsafe. Okay, so I predict that I need a word like, the environment is becoming unsafe, or let us say harmful. So I already have this negative word. Okay, less blank. So when I plug in something positive, let us say less safe is equal to, yes, unsafe. Less safe, unsafe. Less safe is equal to unsafe. Less harmless. Let us say less harmless is equal to harmful. Good. Okay, now let's see. So I'm looking for words like safe or harmless. Is crowded something like that? No, not at all. See, anyway, crowded is negative. Okay, I'm looking for a positive word. Less crowded. No, 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 not at all. Invulnerable. Invulnerable. Susceptible. Prone to. No, I'm not looking for something like that. I'm looking for something like harmless or safe. Okay, protected. No, this is maybe. Let's see. Polluted. Again, this is negative. I'm not looking for a negative word. Okay, so polluted cannot be your answer choice. Benign. Okay, benign. Harmless. That's what I was looking for. Benign. Something benign is something harmless. So the future is likely to be less benign. Means less harmless. That is harmful. Got it? So that's what we were trying to learn. So did you understand this strategy for double negatives? Hope you enjoyed this session. Keep visiting tcyonline.com for such similar tips and tricks. Till then, have a nice day.